What up, y'all? It's Easy Breezy Reactions coming back to you with another Bleach episode. We're on episode 3 officially. It's the start of 2026. By the time y'all see this, it'll be probably about a month or so past that. But we're here. And last episode of Bleach, we got to meet Inoue as a character. We got to learn about the hollows and how hollows are created for the most part, or some hollows are created. And we're really just building on the story. Oh, Ichigo has the Soul Reaper powers for now from Rukia. And like I said, this will be some amazing like training if he takes it. But we know Ichigo doesn't want to take it. So it is what it is. Excited to get to see any more of the story. And yeah, let's get to it.
でもなぜ井上の兄貴が俺を
わからぬ。だがこの間貴様を襲ったホローからしてどうやら姿を見せない強力なホローが貴様の霊力を食いたがっているようだ。
冗談じゃねえ。どうすりゃいいんだ。井上の兄貴をやれるか。
答えるな。貴様が切らねばあやつは永遠に救われんのだ。そして奴は必ずまた貴様を襲いに。待て、憂いてる暇などないかもしれん。
どういうことだ。
あの女が危ない。
Hold on, is Ichigo hopping around like this? Hold on.
ホローとなった奴の魂は貴様を食うことに失敗した今、なくした心を埋めるため、生前最も愛した者の魂を求めるはずだ。
Yeah, back when she got ran over. My bad hit. Oh. Oh. Oh, so she could partially see it too. Oh my god. They could both see it.
俺の声も忘れたのか。俺だよ、わかるだろう。
いや、来ないで。
悲しい、悲しい、悲しい。
And Ichigo comes to save the day.
てめえが狙ってたな。俺じゃねえのかよ。
黒崎くん、やっぱりそうだ。でもどうして？
井上、お前こそなんで俺の姿が見えて。
死神は霊体だ。同じ霊体にしか姿を見ることはできない。
つまりそいつが魂だからさ。死んだんだよ、俺姫は。
Wait, what?
動くな。
Oh my god.
おい、イチゴ！しっかりしろ！イチゴ！イチゴ！
Okay, we're pausing right here. Okay, so already we have got some stuff to cover. Holy shit. Okay, first off, let's get to the... Where do we want to start here? Let's go to the beginning. Okay, let's go to the beginning. So, basically, Ichigo is still continuing this. Obviously, he has to go after Orihime or Inoue, whichever one I'm going to call her. He has to go after her or whatever because her brother is going after her. What is this part here at the part right before I pause where they're like, oh, she was a spirit or she is a spirit? What is going on there? Are they gonna pull a loophole and be like, not a loophole, but like, are they gonna pull like a what the fuck and be like, oh yeah, this whole time throughout all this she's been the spirit? Because that would be insane. Obviously, because like I'm thinking back on the parts like where Ichigo ran into her in the hallway. I'm thinking about the parts where Ichigo, seen her on the street, and I'm just thinking like, does Ichigo look crazy? Because if she was a spirit the whole time he was talking to her, or is it more so she's just in the spirit realm as of right now because, her brother knocked her out of it, basically. Also, I didn't know how much consciousness he would have. Like, he has a lot of consciousness considering. I thought if the Hollows took her brother over, it would just be like, it wouldn't be him really. He wouldn't really be, but he has a lot of consciousness. Also, last thing I'm gonna add on to this is what Rukia said right before they set out to try to save Inoue is that basically it could be a hollow that's over all the other, I guess we'll call them grunts, the grunt hollows basically. So that's okay. So there's tier lists to this. Okay, that's what I'm hearing here. There's tier lists. There's the grunts, and then there's the ones that's over the grunts a bit that can send them out on whatever missions possibly. So interesting, interesting, interesting. How much are we? We're 8 minutes already. It doesn't even seem like it. All right, all right. Continuing in 3, 2, 1.
織姫俺を忘れたのかい。
お兄ちゃん。
So she does recognize him.
だんだんとお前が俺のことを忘れてしまうのが。俺が死んでからお前は毎日俺のために祈ってくれていたね。だが1年ほどしてお前はあの女と友達になった。その頃からお前が俺のために祈る回数はどんどん減っていった。
待って、関係ないよ黒崎くんは。やめてお兄ちゃん。これ以上他の人を傷つけるのは。
黙れ。誰のせいでこうなったと思っているんだ。お前だ。お前は俺の言う。
Oh no. Okay.
お前から殺してやる。やめろ。
てめえな。兄貴ってのがどうして一番最初に生まれてくるか知ってんのか。後から生まれてくる妹や弟を守るためだろうが。
織姫、さあこっちへ来い。お前さえ俺の言うことを聞いてくれれば、俺は他の奴には手を出さない。
待て、罠だ。奴はもはやお前の兄の心など持ってはおらぬ。でも。
So hold on. Let me pause here real quick. So at first, it kind of had me going as if like her brother is her brother still, which I still believe, obviously, to a degree, he is. But I also kind of think that like I don't know. Now I'm leaning more towards like, okay, he is really having moments of being like possessed, basically, because certain things like her not solely not praying for him and all that. I can see that obviously affecting her brother, but for everything that we've been told for who her brother is up to this point, or at least shown for who he is, more so being like a caring brother, to me it would seem like the Hollows are kind of playing on more so certain aspects, resentment and etc. With her brother. Uh, but yeah, I quick prediction. I don't know if they will kill him. I think Ichigo will, I guess, killing him basically, or maybe Ichigo might find a way around it. Who knows? Last thing I'll say, it's funny that there's this whole brother speech that Ichigo went on because for those of you that look at JJK, I'm looking at JJK season 3, and they dropped 2 episodes starting off the season, and literally that's one of the like speeches, monologues, or whatever that Choso went on, basically talking about big brothers and all that. So it's funny that that's mentioned here, and I'm looking at this literally like 2 or 3 days later. So anyway, continuing.
お兄
So even deep down, Ichigo doesn't want to kill him still.
井上
And Inoue, yeah, she jumped in for that.
俺姫
ごめんねお兄ちゃん。私のせいだ。私があの時一人にしないでって言ったから。
Oh, we did see this in the flashback too.
昨日だって車にはねられそうになった時守ってくれたよね。危ないって私の足を引っ張っ
Oh.
でも私いつまでも甘えてちゃお兄ちゃんゆっくり眠れないから。だから見せたかったの。私は幸せです。心配しないでねって。
Bro, what's with this emotional scene, bro?
寂しくさせて。
Oh my god, this is sad.
自らフォローになったわけではない。無理やりフォローに取り込まれたのだろう。なぜわからぬ。目的は貴様だったはず。強いフォローに取り込まれた魂魄はそのフォローに操られてしまう。つまり貴様を狙うフォローが貴様の戦いづらい魂を取り込んで差し向けたのだ。
織姫井上それあんたからのプレゼントなんだってな。井上が言ってたぜ。だから毎日つけてるってな。
She never forgot him.
おい
このままいてもいずれまた怪物に戻ってしまう。だから今少しでも正気を保っている間に。
そんな何
イチゴ案ずるな。フォローを切るということは殺すということではない。罪を洗い流して魂のふるさとソウルソサエティへ行けるようにしてやることだ。
Okay.
そしてそのために我ら死神がいるのだ。
Bro, it's like that's good, but it still feels so bad.
あの日お兄ちゃんが買ってきてくれたこのヘアピン。私子供っぽいとか言って喧嘩したよね。仕事に行くお兄ちゃんに何も言わないで。あれはお別れだったのに。だからちゃんと言わせて。お兄ちゃんいってらっしゃい。
Oh my god, this is sad, bro.
行ってくるよ。
本当だってば。本当に部屋に横に
Okay, hold on, let me pause it again. Holy. Okay, so we don't got much more time in this episode. Let me just say that these scenes in this anime can be emotional. By the way, I am not an emotional. I wouldn't categorize myself as an emotional person, or at least not to a crying level. Even there, I'm like, God, this is making me just want to tear up and cry, bro, because that it's so dark, but at the same time, it's so beautiful. I'll cover it more at the end, though. Anyway,
の事件の記憶を消して代わりを入れておいた。
really,
記憶置換
ま、入れ替わる記憶がランダムなのがたまに傷だが。まあわからなければ明日まで。
what the hell?
まだ覚悟なんて大層なもんは持ってね。俺は他人のために命を張るなんて約束できるほど立派な人間じゃねえからな。けど 目の前で人が傷つくのを黙って見てられるほどクズでもねえ。手伝わせてもらうぜ。
Oh, okay, this finna get lit.
ああ、よろしくな。
All right, so cool. The outro for this. Okay, that episode was tough. That episode was tough. That episode brought up so many emotions, both sad and beautiful, in my opinion. This is a level I didn't think I would probably see with Bleach, especially coming from like episode like 3. I think the whole story with Inoue and her brother is like one of the saddest I've seen, especially starting out with 3 episodes in. You know what I mean? Other animes start out sad as well, but it's usually they kind of get that done within like the first episode. You know, this has been something that's been more drawn out, but it's still something that's very like just really, really sad to just see or whatever. But it's so weird and polarizing because at the same time it's beautiful because at the end of the day, Inoue's brother was able to still fight the Hollow because of the love he had for her, you know. And it goes over so many deeper ideas. The fact that, you know, after death, this goes for, I feel like, almost anyone. You remember the people that have died, family or whatever, anyone who's had any effect in your life, but life does go on, and you slowly end up kind of, I hate to say forgetting about them, but things just happen in life, and you just start learning how to move on from that. So it was just an interesting like concept to even think about for the writer to even think about with that, because it's like, imagine being a ghost or a spirit and you're watching down on your loved one moving on without you, which has got to be a great thing, but at the same time, like, that does have to be a little bit of like, wow, like, you're really getting through life now, like without thinking too much of me. And not in a bad way, not in a selfish way, but yeah, you know, I think it was greatly written on how her brother had resentment due to that. And I think it was also an amazing thing with how they kept going back to Inoue in her childhood, and how she kept remembering certain moments, you know, like with the hair piece or whatever she had in her hair and everything like that. So it was sad, but at the same time, it was beautiful. And I love the way right now that Bleach is kind of dipping into the idea of what is after, I guess, death, and the idea of ghost spirits, you know, the spiritual realm in a sense. And yeah, to me, this is just such a dope concept. This is a concept that I'm really like into right now. So I can say episode 1 was solid. Episode 2 built on that. Episode 3 right now, this is a really great concept I like. And yeah, we're into it now. Last thing I'm gonna add on to this though at the end is that Ichigo saying at the end he's going to be a Soul Reaper is yeah, that is, I like that. And truth be told, I like the idea of him as a character, because he's not saying that he's just this perfect person who will do whatever for anyone. He's not, I hate to use this comparison, but like, because shout out Demon Slayer, I love it, but he's not a Tanjiro. Tanjiro will put his neck out on the line for anybody and everybody, basically. Ichigo is kind of like, yeah, but at the same time, he's like, I'm not perfect, you know. And I like that. I like that as a character. I like the idea of that. We're out. Easy breezy gaming.
I said banana clip, Texas grammar shit, tryna stack some chips, taking licks, music